More than 150 people were killed. Scores of girls and women were raped. People were chained and thrown into the Nile River.
The crisis in Sudan. It's a situation that's not getting a lot of national media coverage, but it's a whole different story on social media. Have you seen this distinctive blue on profile pictures? That's because it was the favorite color of one of the people who died during the Sudan uprising. His name is Muhammad Hassan Matar. Social media users, including celebrities, are changing their profile picture to this blue to show solidarity and support for the people of Sudan. Users are also using the hashtag #BlueForSudan to also show their support. So, how did Sudan get to this point, and what caused the protests to begin with? I'm Daryl Forges, and let's get right into it on a breakdown. The unrest in Sudan goes back to December of 2018, when then President Omar al-Bashir made tremendous cuts to goods like bread.
That quickly rippled across the country, gathered steam in Khartoum, and quickly became an extraordinary democratic movement.
And in that movement, protesters demanded for the removal of the president who was in power for 30 years. The protests reached its peak on April 6th, with demonstrators occupying the square in front of military's headquarters, demanding the army to force the leader out. A few days later, on April 11th, the military overthrew al-Bashir. The military set up a transitional military council. Their purpose was to serve as purely as a transition for the next government. But experts say the council was anything but.
That is when things started to get interesting, because the supposedly transitional military council that was formed clearly was anything in its own mind but transitional. They meant to keep power. And they had the military, police, and physical force to do so.
Protesters quickly demanded change from the military leaders. They came out in droves.
And on June 3rd, the order was given by the military council to break up the sit-in. More than 150 people were killed. Scores of girls and women were raped. People were chained and thrown into the Nile River. Abuses, arrests were everywhere.
Weeks later, that sparked a nationwide demonstration. Over 1 million people in Sudan are standing up against the current power holders. So the big question now is, what's next? Will the people of Sudan get what they want? Eric Reeves believes it will be a long road ahead.
That's the question. Will it be through a technocratic governance within the key ministries? Will the army gradually loosen its grip? Will the National Intelligence and Security Services, the most feared organization in Sudan, will it be brought fully under civilian control? Those are big questions, and I have to say, I'm skeptical.
So, what are your thoughts on what's going on in Sudan? Will this end in peace and a fair government? Leave your comments, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page. Just look for @NBC6, and of course look for me @DarylNBC6. For The Breakdown, I'm Daryl Forges, and as always, I hope you learned something today.